What is going on, everybody? Brent Abel right here, goldballhunting.com. That dude over there, the great Jeff Jacklich, actually going with the pink top today. Very nice.
Yeah.
Guys, we're going to talk about something absolutely important today in this episode of the Gold Ball Hunting Podcast that separates the top players, guys and gals, from the rest. So hang in there with us because this is going to be an important next 10 minutes of your life. So the big question is this: how are tennis players like us who never played in the tour, weren't incredible juniors, or maybe got a late start to the game, how do we consistently compete at our highest skill level without having to grind through endless hours of on-court practice time and still be in the hunt for victory match after match? That is the question, and Gold Ball Hunting gives you the answers by helping you eliminate your skill level range so that you build a strong foundation of confidence. My name is Brent Abel, and along with my biz partner, Jeff Jacklich, welcome to Gold Ball Hunting. All righty there, Jeffrey. What's going on, man? Looks like you are not in, you're not in, well, we know you're not in Pontiac, Michigan. We know that you're, I don't think that's Napa, and I know it's not Moraga. So maybe it's somewhere in the Central Valley in Northern California. Who knows?
Could be. We just don't know yet.
Okay, good. Let's not go there. Let's not.
It is raining though. So it's Northern Cal. It's the last of the storm is coming through. It's a soggy day out there.
Good. Well, listen, I'm still here in the desert, and today's the last day. It's actually a makeup. I don't know if it's a makeup day or not. I guess the Crable Masters, the $25,000 invitational for the end of the year tournament, the Toby Crable sponsors, and it's an invitational for the top guys in the 60s in both singles and doubles. I can't remember what the criteria is to be able to get an invite, but I think you have to either win. I think you have to get to a finals of something during this year.
Yeah.
Of the four category ones, the hard courts, the indoors, the grass, and the clay. And if you do that, then you get the invite to come on over. And we've been talking the last few days about the format, which is just rough. It's just rough, especially the singles guys. Anyway, one thing I've been noticing about who I think is the number one guy, Mark Vines, is what you and I talk a lot about is the platform the players should be hitting from.
Right.
And I remember when I was working in Key Biscayne, Florida, down in 1975 I got there. Yeah.
Wow,
that's
the Wayback Machine. The Wayback Machine.
Yeah. From how I landed in Key Biscayne from Memphis is a story all to itself. But anyway, so one day I was out there, and at the time they had a lot of great players who were kind of working out in Florida, Southern Florida. And Jaime Fiol was out there hitting with, I can't remember who he was hitting with, but I was standing outside the fence right there in the baseline, just looking right at him and not watching the balls that he was hitting. But he had this platform that he was hitting from. And what I felt was that he was really extending the swing. These were just ground strokes. He was forehand and backhand. He was extending the swing out over the top of the net as if there was no baseline on the other side of the net. And my sort of takeaway, my big epiphany, and what I've been seeing with Mark Vines, and you and I have talked a lot about this a couple of weeks ago during the National Grass Courts, is that what sort of separates him from a lot of the top guys is this thing where he trusts his platform, right? So and a platform, I guess by definition is, what's your balance and posture, which is, thing one of our three principles, right? Well, I guess that's more the ready position, but it's really the swing off this platform where it's stable.
Right. But that is what drives stability is your posture. Posture drives the ability to actually create that platform that is, so as you just said, stable. So they are linked together. There's no separating the two.
And I think what I know that I do when I'm playing my best is I trust that platform. I don't get my upper body kind of leaning out and sort of reaching out in front for the ball. And I see it, for me, it probably happens the most on returns of serve. where I get a little bit ahead of everything just because I don't want to, be the classic late, which, by the way, whoever drummed into that head, don't be late, don't be late, oh, you're late, you're late. Well, in reality, to the trained eye, you're probably too early.
That's actually true. You are early. I mean, it's interesting that technically when you hit the ball early, you're actually hitting the ball late in the swing path. It's the end of the swing path. So it is actually late in the swing path. But when you hit the ball late, you're hitting it too early in the swing path.
Okay. All right. That's what okay.
Right.
Well, I was thinking early would be, I'm a little bit too far, too far out in front. But anyway, but when I'm playing my best, I really trust my platform, which really means that I'm allowing the ball to get to a spot where when I've got good balance and good posture, the swing just comes out away from the platform. And what I see with Mark is that it just doesn't matter what ball's coming in. There's no sense of I got to rush the moment, and it's just allowing the ball, whether it's return to serve, whether it's ground strokes, especially on approach shots where, look, I mean, a lot of us go on the approach, man, I got to get in. And so what happens is you kind of rush the hit, you get a little bit too much ahead of it, upper body's leaning out in front. And okay, when you get in nice and early, but you're kind of stumbling there for a second as you're a little bit off balance.
Right.
And the ball just goes over there and kind of floats and sits up, and the guy goes, wow, okay, thank you. So, but anyway, I just want to encourage everyone that you got to find your platform, right? And your platform is that feeling that, I don't know. I mean, it's not like a statue, but it's kind of like where you're just so stable, like you like to say, Jeff, you're really, the game is played on top of your feet. It's not played.
Right.
I mean, certainly we try to get up on our toes and all that kind of stuff, right? Up on your toes, but you're not falling forward. You don't have your
you're not over your feet. You're on top of your feet,
That's right.
There's a huge distinction there. And I think the other driving misconception as you're talking, it sparked the thought is that there's so much talk and conversation and lessons and things about stepping into the ball. And it's so misunderstood and so miscommunicated and so mistranslated, and so you've got this big whirling verbal mess going on. And in the reality is that my goal is not to, and this is my own thought process on this, and that my goal isn't to step into the ball. My goal is to have the ability to transfer weight into the ball. And that comes from a stable platform and hitting from on top of both feet, where you're coiling and uncoiling, and not to get overly technical, but the misinterpretation of what it means to actually step into the ball, I think if we turn the corner and got back to what it actually we're trying to do, and that's simply transfer weight, I don't need to be stepping to make that happen.
That's right.
And that's what you see when you watch Fed. And I mean, Fed is just a prime example of that. When he's on, he is so, the axis that he hits from is such a beautiful thing.
Well, and I think it's not,
can't miss it.
I think the platform also is it's one thing to be too far ahead of it where your upper body's, but it's another thing too that as you hit, because players are concerned about the baseline over there, is they lift up, right? So now the platform, well, maybe it's not moving forward, but the platform's now coming up, it's lifting up, rather than providing contact with a real stable platform that you actually get a chance to swing through. I mean, I've got some backhands that I'm gonna do a little video thing on Mark Vines' backhand where he was just warming up. This was a couple of weeks ago, but it's remarkable to me to see how his swing just feels like it's just swinging away from this.
Right.
I'm not going to call it a statue. I can't come up with a bigger word because statue sort of brings up.
Well, no, he's not stiff at all. He's as fluid as they get. And
I think nothing's coming up. Nothing's moving forward.
Yeah.
It's just.
But I think you're so right though. I think as a example, a prime example of what looking at a Federer and then looking at a Mark Vines. I think Vines is just a beautiful example in the senior game for players to go see in real time what's happening in my age group, and seeing a guy who is actually delivering the goods with that highest quality of that kind of stroke production. I mean,
Right.
he's just, if you get a chance to watch this guy hit, just rally, warm up.
Right.
I mean, the takeaway is just going to be, don't worry about, is he hitting a top spin? Is he doing this? Is he doing that? Just watch the way he, just posture, framework, spacing.
Right.
I mean,
right.
It's beautiful.
Good. Guys, we're going to make this short. I got a 9:00 Dubs here on the grass coming up. I'm not sure 9:00 it's going to be dry. We had some rain yesterday.
Yeah.
The men's doubles final I don't know if it got rained out, but they had to stop. And I don't think it dried up yesterday afternoon. It was enough to put a damper on it. Thank you. God dang. Sunday morning. All right, listen, Jeff, we're still offering a free private coaching call, right? 10, 12, 15 minutes, whatever it takes. Let's get you on the phone and we can talk about maybe there's something in one of the 6 pillars. There's actually a 7th pillar I've come up with, which I think
the pillars are growing.
Oh, they're growing. It's like these little tentacles are going out there just trying to find some roots. But could be technique, right? Could be what can we help you do to kind of pare away and actually perform less technique, because too much is probably getting in the way of being consistent. Number 2 would be tactics. Where do you want to move to next on the court? Let's just put it that way. What are tactics and strategies? Basically, where do you want the ball to land over there? And then where do you want to move to next? Third thing is mental. Got to kind of get the noggin, settled in. Fourth thing is physical, which is, it's all interrelated, physical, mental. The 5th thing is, what is the 5th thing, Jeff? Because I know the 6th thing now is
video. Video is the 5th.
Well, I guess that's the 6th thing I was thinking about. All right, so experiences. Experiences.
Oh, experiences.
Experiences, plural.
Yeah.
Right. And then the 6th thing, I guess, is video. I thought I'd come up with another brainiac 7th thing, but I guess not. I guess not.
What was it? Tie your shoes tight enough, or what?
Well, yeah. Or you could do the great Australian Hugh Thompson, which is just play with.
Don't wear any.
Or don't wear it and then be forced in college to have to wear shoes. And he goes, all right, well, I'm going to wear them untied. And come to the epiphany, you know what? I think I'm the best player in the world with untied shoes. And anyone who knows that bit of trivia, I know that you're smiling. If you don't know Hugh Thompson, well, anyway. So guys, get in the call. Just go over to goldballhunting.com, drop in a first name and email address, click the button, get access to our online calendar scheduler. You get to cherry pick a date and time that works best for your schedule. All right, Jeff, save me from the from the outro that I'm just butchering here. What do we want the fine folks to do right now?
Like us, share us, please subscribe.
Okay.
Let us know what you think down below. iTunes and Stitcher, rate and review. Goldballhunting.com. Share it with your friends. Spread the word.
Spread the word.
This is
guys.
the Truth Factory.
The Truth Factory. That's right. That's right. That's kind of a new thing for you now, isn't it? The Truth Factory. Good. I like that. Guys, get out there. They help someone else have a great day. Jeff, I promise to be better tomorrow.
Can't wait.
Yeah.